Boy. Here's Augustine. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana.
Well, Greg Monroe, good size and skill at the power forward position. Loves to operate from the high post where he can make plays for others or attack off the dribble.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Flash in a 2-guard. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Hickson is out there with Lawson. Here's Flash. 23 points for him the last game against the Celtics in Boston. 4 on the shot clock. He got right to the cup using that screen. And that's now 9 points for Kenneth Fareed.
And Monroe is an elusive left-hander. He's great at driving and getting to the basket. Not really an elite athlete, but, well, I tell you, with his size and ball handling ability, he's more than capable.
Here's Flash, averaging 12 points a game. Shot from 16, and it's Denver scoring again.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
And Monroe developing his mid-range jump shot, Steve, to complete his face-up arsenal.
Well, he's made strides. I mean, it's a little concerning to see his free throw percentage falling in the last 2 seasons, but you know, that jump shot is key to keeping his driving lanes open.
Watson the pass to Chandler. 1:31 left in the first half. Fires from deep. Good. Chandler's got 15.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Augustine with it. Now Lawson defending. And Augustine kicks to Singler. Singler left side. The feed to Augustine. And Lawson with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Detroit. And Denver also making a switch. Mozgov, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Passes to Hickson. Shoots from the baseline. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got 5 assists tonight. Pistons trail by 10. Jennings drives in. Mozgov grabs the board. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Boston Celtics.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
The Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin, its speed bumps, if you will, some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
That's good. 6 points here for Drummond. Here's Flash with 2 seconds left. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. That's good from Flash. And both free throws good from Flash. And so that brings the first.
Okay, that was some strong work in the first half. Let's talk about what we got to do.
Welcome back, everybody. 3rd quarter. There's a different look here for the Pistons. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Drummond. Urebko comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Dinwiddie's checked in for Singler. And it's Jennings in for Augustine. And then for Denver, Molinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Foy in for Aaron Aflalo. Jonas Urebko out there with Martin. Then there's Jennings. Then it's Greg Monroe. And Detroit right now. Flash is checked in for Denver. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to Indiana.
They had major problems at the charity stripe in that game. It was interesting. They just could not make free throws.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you've got to cash in on them.
Martin, just 5 on the clock. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Martin's got his first bucket of the night. Denver leading by 16. Screen by Fareed. Pass to Flash. Fareed, a screen on Jennings. Here's Flash, and it's Denver scoring again.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Outside for Martin. Outside Jennings. Here's Dinwiddie. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Jennings can't get it to go.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
It's Martin on the wing to the inside. Jerebko can't get it to go. The Nuggets shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Here's Foy off with the layup.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
So for the Pistons, Andre Drummond comes in for Jerebko. And it's Jody Meeks in for Cartier Martin. Denver also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Hickson in for Kenneth Fareed. It's Jennings with the drive, and he gets it to go. Jennings has got his first points of the game.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Here's Flash. He's got 10. Denver needs to get off his shot. There's Foy with the three. Another three for Denver.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Pistons trail by 21. It's Jennings with the drive. There's the dish to Monroe. Puts it up from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good. Denver's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Good.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Jennings, it's blocked. Here's Flash. From deep. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous.
A different look here for Detroit. Monroe's checked in for Singler, and it's Jennings in for Augustine. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Mozgov. And Kenneth Fareed subbed in for J.J. Hickson. So on the floor for Denver. Down low, it's Fareed and JaVale McGee. Aflalo and Chandler are on the wings. And it's Lawson in at the point guard. To take the lead. No luck. Great D that time from Jennings.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that
They've chased down that pumpkin often.
A different look here for Detroit. Kyle Singler's checked in for Tolliver. Martin comes in for Meeks. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And Denver also making a switch. Flash is checked in for Ty Lawson. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Augustine with it. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Singler. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Singler playing well. He has 11 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
Great composure at the line. A lot of pressure on those free throws, but he stepped up and buried them.
Here's Flash, headed by Augustine. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. They can earn it at the line.
Both free throws good from Flash.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Detroit's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And Drummond kicks to Martin. Pistons passing it around. Here's Augustine. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Flash. McGee is screening Augustine. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Buries it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And Augustine kicks to Monroe. Stolen by Fareed. And now Fareed running the floor all by himself. He misses the wide open dunk. Detroit's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Monroe sets a screen for Augustine. Kicks to Martin. Now Augustine, shot from 12. Oh, missed it.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay.
Time expires, and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. We've got overtime action. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime. Flash, he's in at point guard.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust around, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just sing to the left, sing to the right. Make it feel good, make it feel alright.